Alright, here we are. Coach H and I ran out of time earlier today, back at the apartment. So we are D2 boys, and we're going to start off with the 100-meter dash. Getting closer to that D1 meet. Both meets are on Saturday. Should be good ones. D1's at Norwell. D2 is at Merrimack College up in North Andover. Here we go. Boys, 100-meter dash. Top seed. Preston Jackson Stephen, the sophomore from Belmont, comes in with a 10.91, followed by Jaquan Jones, sophomore from Beverly, and Anthony Comer from Mansfield, also a sophomore, the last time that's under 11 at 10.98. So those are top three seeds in that 100. A couple other guys, low hundreds, PJ Gilpatrick from North Attleboro, Tristan Howard, watch out for him, from Medford, and Greg Waters of Mansfield, 11.08. Obviously, hand times come into play here. Conversions, so 100's always a little dicey looking at those. Moving on to the 200, Tristan Howard is your top seed with a 22.10. Names that we've heard of so far: Jaquan Jones, Beverly, the sophomore, 22.14. Don't forget about Marcus Qualls of Woburn, 22.20. He is your all-state champion from the 55 dash indoors and has that ability to move up to the 2. Stephen Harris of Bill Ricker, 22.3. Those are all the low 22s. Those should be the guys that are in the mix to win that 200 at the D2 state champs. Moving up to the 400, we have 6 guys that are sub 51 seconds in this, so should be tightly contested on that 8-lane track. Hugo Lopes of Milford just ran that 50.37 at the Hockomock Championships. Trevor Nassar of North Andover, 50.39. He ran that at the not Middlesex, the Merrimack Valley. And Andre Kleminkowicz, the junior from Woburn, he ran 50.58 at the Middlesex Championships for the win. Drove a couple sophomores in those 5th and 6th spots. That's Jovan Joseph of King Philip, 50.91, ran that at Hawks. And Clay McDonald of Marshfield, 50.94. He ran that at the State Coaches Invitational. So should be a close battle with the top 6 guys separated just by a half a second. Background, here we go, moving to the 800. So it all depends where we see Ryan Osting. He's entered in everything. He's your top seed in the 800 with a 155.21. If he runs that, I don't think he will. He could challenge that 152.03 from Josh Lamperon back in 2022 from Mansfield. Shane Grant has that 155.94 from Walpole, depending on what he runs, 800 or mile. Jason Winbogle, 156.86 from Mansfield. Joseph Madden, I believe he was runner-up in this race last year of Milford, comes in with a 157.77. Then we have a whole bunch of guys at that 158 spot. So everyone in that seed heat's going to be a sub-2 guy. It could get a little bunchy and could end up being a kicker's race if Osting's not in there. Boys 1 mile, right off the bat, we already know Ryan Osting's in there, but he's seated at his 4:31 that he ran in a dual meet. But he has sub 4:10 speed if he decides to run this. Michael Griffin's your top seed from King Philip with a 4:20. He ran 4:16 indoors, and he was your all-state champion in the mile and D2 champion. Alex Ethenthal and Matt Kleiman, both of Concord Carlisle, they're in there with low 4:20s. They might have the capability of going sub 4:20. And then watch out for Shane Grant. He's got a good kick. He's in there 4:24. And then the sophomore stud from Gloucester, Manchester, Essex indoors. They kind of convert outdoors. William Kenny, he's in with a 4:25 as well. And Patrick Heavey rounds out the top 6 of the guys that kind of, or 7 if we're Osting down there, should be in the mix in that one. Moving up to 2 mile, this is the first event of the day. I would imagine this one Ryan Osting will definitely be in. Comes in with his 8:55 conversion from that 8:52 that he ran at the Glen Locks games. Then you have William Chafin of Concord Carlisle, that 9:16. He broke out at the Western Twilight meet. Chris Radcliffe of Concord Carlisle comes in with a 9:37. If Patrick Heavey decides to run the 2 mile, he's in there with a 9:42. And the only other sub 9:50, Nick Valiente from Marshfield, the junior, comes in with a 9:45. Whole bunch of guys in the 9:50s. Everybody in this seeded heat will be a sub 10 guy. So it should be interesting to see how that 2 mile goes. Osting all front, but what goes on behind him. 110 hurdles coming in with the top 2 seat times are the Central Catholic boys, Anthony Caggiolini and Dimitri Morris 14-3-0 and 14-4-1. Chasing them will be Jackson Anderson of Somerville. He's the only other guy sub 15, and Terrell Jackson of Woburn coming in with a 15-10. Moving up to those 400 hurdles, this should be really tight. We have four guys sub 57. Joe Hauchon trying to get big points for Central Catholic, comes up with that 55-33. Maybe give that 54-46 by Cameron Hubert from Masco from 2012. Jeff Yangs had a really good season from Plymouth North. The juniors run 55-69. Jackson Anderson of Somerville 56-77. And the other guy sub 57 is Sean Stairs, senior out of Bill Ricca. 4x1, really tight. 3 teams in the 43s: North Attleboro, North Andover, and Central Catholic. 3 teams that in Woburn right behind them. 4 teams that are going for some big team points. So that seeded heat should be flying. 4x4, ending the meet with Milford and North Attleboro battling it out. Maybe Bill Ricca and Central Catholic, and Mansfield's always there, can challenge. Those look to be like the teams that will be in the mix for that one. Maybe possible team title on the line when we get there. 4x should be interesting. The Carlisle boys come in with top seed 8-12. They just ran that at their league championship. Arlington ran 7:59 indoors. They come in with an 8:16 seed time, as well as North Andover 8:16 seed time as well. Walpole's not far off of that at 8:17, and then a bunch of teams in the 8:20s. We'll see if anyone else can kind of stick their nose in there. All depends on how many guys run fresh and who's coming back off doubles. High jump. You remember the name from indoors, Owen Nassany. He has that 6'6" outdoors, but he did jump either 6'8" or 6'10" indoors. Right behind him is Terrell Jones of Woburn at 6'6", and a whole bunch of guys at 6'4". Pole vault, Peter Martell, North Andover comes in with the top jump, and then a few Carlisle boys, a couple Central Catholic, a couple North Andover guys. No surprise there. Long jump, Brady Sorensen of Plymouth North, 22.8. He's 7 inches clear of Tyler Glendon of North Attleboro, and then Omar Jassa of North Attleboro also over 22 feet. Triple jump, Silver Lake, bust out season for Alexander Lloyd, the senior out of Silver Lake. He's 46.2. He's a full foot ahead of Wolf Malvert of Somerville, 45.1. It should be those two battling out for the triple jump crown. Shot put, a couple guys at 51. Will Dion of Plymouth North, seen a lot of Plymouth North in these field events, followed by Colby Eason of Mansfield with 51.5. Once again, should be a 2-person battle in that event. Boys discus is led by North Andover's duo of Evan Sedan and Bo Bernardo, 139, 134. That's going to be tough to mess with, and that could be 18 key points for North Andover in that team title fight. A lot of guys up at 170 in the jab. Louis Bays Troncoso of Central Catholic threw 174.10 at his league championship, followed by Emmett Grote, North Attleboro, 172. Connor Richard, Plymouth North, 171. Alex Rakoz from Belmont, 171. Chris Wheeler, Reading, 171. And then we got Drew Anderson from Reading and Marcus Friedel of Marshfield not far off that. Should be 7 guys in the mix here for those top spots. And that is our Division II preview. See everybody Saturday at Merrimack College, and hopefully see you at all states.